Today we're gonna be watching Shrimpy. This is going to be called Let's Go!
Revolute. Over my years as an artist, I've used a lot of art supplies. Some have been a lot better than others. Some have impressed me so much that I use them literally every day in all of my
should I do like art content for now? I wanna do that, but I know art, I know shading and stuff, but I'm just scared to do like doodle art, right? I know doodle realistic, but I'm just scared of doodle, right?
artworks, while others have been low quality, too expensive, or have even broken. But there's a saying that goes, it's not the tools, it's the artist. So today, we're going to be putting that saying to the ultimate test. I scoured the internet and found 6 of the worst and wackiest art supplies with 1-star product reviews. We got
and I think your bank account might be rubbed. I think you're okay, buddy, but not your bank account.
art supplies that spin, and at the end, we'll be reviewing the giant $16 art set of Doom and trying to make an artwork with it. So without further ado, let's see how bad these 1-star art supplies really are. Spoiler alert, these art supplies were absolutely Starting out with the world.
Absolutely shit! Like, absolutely shit!
I've seen a couple artists use this paint set, but they said it breaks. It's the worst art supply they've ever used, and it's super low quality. But surely it can't be that bad, right? Alright, here we go. I'm actually really excited to see how small this thing is going to be. And if it's actually as bad as all the artists have been saying. Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh my god, it's so small. But where is the paint? Bro, it better be...
Wait, close your eyes, close your eyes.
Oh my gosh. This is the world's smallest paint set, and oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh, and it's broken. It comes with 8 tiny paints, 1 tiny paintbrush. Oh, let me get it out. And the bristles literally feel like plastic. And that's pretty much everything the paint set comes with. It's made in Ningbo, China, and was made in 1378. What? This thing is not real. But despite this paint set
Yeah, totally.
apparently being made over 700 years ago, I was still gonna try and make an artwork with it. So I got out my watercolor sketchbook and a cup of water and started swatching the paint, which low-key felt like I was painting with straw. The paint quality isn't terrible, but the brush is just awful. But now that I had a rough idea of what we were working with, I wanted to test this tiny paint set in an actual artwork of Mudkip, a cute water Pokemon, and have it swimming around in a little lake. The colors were actually pretty decent, but it just looks
I actually can't, bro. I actually can't.
As it held almost no water and made me have to re-dip the brush every 2 seconds. But with that, I present to you our first 1-star art supply artwork, Mudkip. I was fairly impressed that I was able to paint this despite all the goofy features of this paint set. So I left an honest review on Amazon with my final thoughts and rating, but little did I know that the next art supply was not what I expected.
2 stars. Oh my god. Yeah, I agree. 2 stars. Maybe a 1 star.
Next up, we go with 1-star alcohol markers. Now, I'd like to say I'm a bit of an alcohol marker expert, as I know all the ins and outs of good markers and what to expect when it comes to quality. But Louisa over here says that, oh god, at least 10 of the markers were completely unusable as they were dry.
Man, I literally did this. I'm really Sigma. Sigma. Yeah, I literally did this, and I tried aura farming, bro. I literally started aura farming.
At both ends, several others were also dry. Colors didn't match the end caps or color names. Some brush nibs were firm, and a lot of them were frayed. I thought they'd be a cheap entry-level marker, but we didn't like them. Returned them for a refund. Let's give them a go, shall we? Okay, so here we have our 1-star markers. We have a couple things to look out for as worn by Louisa. But first, let's see what we're working with.
Bro, it's roasting the art. Are you...
Damn, that's a lot of markers. Okay, so right off the bat, this bag is way too big for the markers. They're literally like drooping down like lava. But the markers themselves don't look too bad. Each one of these markers is equipped with a chisel tip, and on the other end has a brush tip. But I'm already noticing that these markers have an extremely strong smell to them.
I made this Sekai game using only 2 words, and you can too.
That I just
Sekai lets you play AI-powered games.
fucking
Do not try that at home. But the most important part of these markers is to test how well they draw, and if there were any that were already dried out.
They look fine. They look fine. But if they blend...
Until this happened. The marker was completely dried out on both ends, and not only that, but it was literally broken and cracked. And it only got worse from there, because for some reason there was like 1 million grey markers. Oh, there's another dried out one. Tons of just ridiculously saturated colors. This marker had way too much ink in it, and just like Louisa warned, there was some markers that had frayed and damaged nibs. Like, look at that. But the worst part was that the smell was so strong I was literally getting a headache. Now I did want to do a blend test with these markers, and they did pretty well, but I genuinely felt like my health was in danger, so I didn't create an artwork with them and packed them away. Final rating, 0 stars. But the art supplies just get even crazier from here. Next up, we got quite possibly the weirdest art supply I've ever seen.
heck is that?
Crayola color wheel markers. I stumbled across this ridiculous
like
art
you
supply
have to
while watching a
draw,
video
like
by
you have to
Connor
spin as
Connor,
well?
who wasn't quite able to make them work.
Oh, it's a
Okay,
spinning
this didn't
thing.
even work.
But Connor wasn't alone, because on Amazon, these color wheels had tons of 1-star reviews saying it didn't work, a 4-year-old couldn't make it work, and neither could an adult. But there's only one way to find out how bad they are. So it was time to unbox them and put them to the test. Now, these things came with a bunch of parts. Oh, is this thing a Beyblade? The color wheels came with the handle, this thing, the zip thing, the spinner itself, and the most overcomplicated instruction manual I've ever seen for an art supply. But that was okay, because after about 20
2.5
minutes of reading and following all
stars?
the steps,
Are you-
we were ready to test it out.
Here we go.
Spin that thing, bruh. See the spiral. Okay.
Well, the color wheels were an absolute fail and did not work on the first try, but I was still determined because I wanted to prove the 1-star review.
Well, it did work
so I
a little
tried
bit.
again and again and again until this happened. It worked. It actually worked. I noticed it created this nice spinny pattern, so that gave me an idea of what to draw with them. So I brought back my sketchbook and drew up a
it's
portrait of
like
a girl,
Kevin, man.
but I left the hair blank. Then with our creator color wheel markers, I used them one by one to create the curls on the girl's head. And as I added more and more, switching in between colors as I went, it was actually looking really good. So I present to you Mrs. Colorwell. This artwork came out super crazy and was low-key kind of abstract, but I was really proud of it. But I have to be honest, these things were so hard to use. It only worked like 1 in every 5 times. And on one attempt, the marker literally flew off the table and stained my
Whoa!
That's a 2-star rating from me. But next up, we got that mysterious art supply from the very first box. And you won't believe what it is. And the mysterious art supply is the world's smallest marker set. Look how cute it is. Now, I've actually never seen anyone review these markers before, but they're actually by the same brand as the tiny paint set. So I really want to try them out. They come with 10 markers and come in this adorable little packet. Oh my gosh. And this is the size of
Oh,
one
wait.
of the markers
Oh,
compared to
oh,
a
oh.
regular
I didn't mean-
marker. Like, oh my god, it's so cute. But in order for me to even get
crap.
these art supplies in the first place, I had to go on the most random websites ever and give them like details. But because I want to keep my card details and personal info safe while buying art supplies online, this video is sponsored by Revolut. Revolut is the all-in-one financial super app designed to help you manage your money simply and securely. And a quick heads up, you can get $40 when you download the Revolut app and make your first purchase. Yes, that's right. One thing that's super useful for me buying art supplies from all over the internet is Revolut's disposable virtual card details every time you use them, and after the purchase, those details literally disappear. So even if the website isn't the most reassuring and you're worried about your card details being a risk, there are no card
Alright,
details
bro.
left for anyone
Are we getting an ad? How long is this gonna ad be? Bro?
Had no online reviews and I had to pay $90 for shipping. But was it worth it? Hell yeah. You can also customize your physical debit card directly in the app.
It never blends.